Hi, guys. Welcome to the Right Brain Fetuses podcast. This is episode 6 with your favorite host, Ricardo, and your lesser favorite host, Nouf Abdulrahman.
Hey.
Nouf, how are you today?
I thought it was Noof. Not Noof. You want to misdo my name again?
Misdo your... Oh my god.
You wanna incorrectly say my name?
How do you
again?
correctly say your name? Because you used to give me a lot of shit when I first met you.
I give everyone a lot of shit because, number one, it's a one-syllable name. How hard is it to screw it up?
I'm American.
He's American. Guys, he's American. He cannot pronounce this one-syllable name. It literally has no Arabic letters that you can't pronounce. There's no no ha, no qa, no gha.
I don't know what you're saying.
I'm saying there's no fucking letter in Arabic that you can't pronounce in my name, so why would you mess it up? Anyway, I'm doing well, Ricardo.
You still have not answered my question.
What?
How do you pronounce your name?
I said Nouf. I
Okay,
said
there
that
we go.
already. It's
Well,
like,
there's no need to get all mad.
okay, now gaslighting.
You're being too emotional.
Whoa.
I'm just kidding.
As the female in this podcast, no, I'm just kidding.
So you've been good?
Yeah, honestly, I've been great because it's the fucking end of October, bitch.
What's wrong with October?
It was a
It's
stressful
actually my
month.
favorite month. Actually, that's not true.
That-
November is.
Stop.
In case you were
Pause.
wondering. Wait, why do you hate October?
Because I had so much going on and so much due at the end of this month. So I got one of my submissions in that I needed to get in, and I'm gonna submit another one today. So I'm gonna be, I don't know, just this weekend is a celebration. I'm going to Rolling Loud and with some of my friends from Kuwait that like didn't come from Kuwait or in uni in North America, but anyway.
Yeah, but be honest. Who are better friends? Your friends here or friends from Kuwait?
Well, I have
Be
more of
careful
an
what you
attachment to my friends from back
here.
home.
Oh. But your home is here. New York?
Anyways, I have an appreciation
fine.
for both. Let's say
You don't
that.
have friends here anymore.
Okay. No, that's personal. Anyways,
Who are you gonna see at Rolling Loud?
like, who am I gonna see perform?
What else did you think I meant?
I thought you meant like which of my friends are going. Like, who are you gonna see at?
Who are you going to see perform at Rolling Loud?
There's a lot of. Hold on, let me pull it up. Actually, there's a lot of people pulling up to Rolling Loud. There's a lot. It's a whole thing.
You have nonstop been talking about it,
I know, but
and it's
it's 50 Cent, Lil Uzi, Gunna.
50 Cent.
Yeah, Lil Durk, Gucci Mane, Jack Harlow, Polo G.
Why are there so many Lils nowadays?
I don't know. Jid is going. J. Cole,
Why is there a
Lil
Lil
Baby, Playboy
Baby
Cardi,
and a
Kodak
Da
Black,
Baby?
Rick Ross, Lil Yachty, Ski Mask, Slum God, Whale. Probably saying that wrong. Anyway, City Girls.
Did you
City
say
Girls.
whale? You mean Wale?
Okay.
Did you just say whale?
Travis Scott. I completely forgot. Lil TJ, ASAP Ferg. Is ASAP Rocky? Did I say that already? Is he? No, he's not going. Is he? Lil Keed, Roddy Ricch, NLE Choppa. Basically a lot.
What kind of rap name is
And
that?
Bobby Shmurda. I'm so ready. I'm so ready to see it.
I thought he was in jail.
No, he got out. That's why it's like a big thing. With special guest Bobby Shmurda literally at the end of the whole list.
Wait,
Bro,
what happened to that one guy that
I can't wait to see
he like committed murder and he rapped about it, and then that song was what got him arrested?
That's nothing
The
to
guy that
laugh
made
about.
that "Murder on My
That's
Mind"
screwed up.
song, where he like literally described
He
the
didn't.
entire
No, that was that. He didn't get
Melly or something. Why?
YMW.
Yeah.
I think.
And there was
actually-
another rapper that did that. The guy with that TK.
Oh.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
He made like one song that like went viral. And
I don't remember who.
Where he basically admitted to murder and then he got arrested.
I know, but I don't think that was Murder on My Mind. That wasn't that song. Because I don't think I don't. Honestly, I don't quote me on anything. I don't know. I don't know that tea. But anyway, my point is I'm going to Rolling Loud this weekend and I'm so excited.
Oh, really? Since when?
Okay. But October's been hell, is my point. Because it was so stressful, but now my brain is just zen. Because it's not true. But it's a lot better because
It's ready to listen to Lil Baby.
It's ready what?
Lil Baby. The rapper.
Why'd you say
There's a rapper called Lil Baby, isn't there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't listen to Lil Baby?
No. I listen to good music.
Okay. Whoa. You're about to offend all of Kuwait right now because everyone listens.
Ask me if I can, or just demographics is dropped. Like the.
Yeah, literally, just no one listens anymore except like one, just me. Well, I listen to each episode at least once. Like I don't obsessively listen to it, but I like to remember what we talked about, so I do.
It kind of honestly, I'm not gonna lie. Every now and then I kind of listen to the same one though.
Which one?
I'm not gonna tell you which one.
I want to know. The bonus?
The one with Marco.
Yeah, the bonus.
Yeah.
So why do you keep listening to that one?
It's just entertaining. I don't know.
I know it isn't.
Because we talk about the most random shit.
Yeah, I know.
And it's like an actual conversation that we would actually have in real life.
We should have a proper one with him where like...
With Marco?
Yeah, because we introduced him, but...
Yeah, I love Marco. No, I'm just kidding. I hate him.
Okay. It's getting confusing. I don't know if it's still... Oh, I thought it wasn't recording.
I can't listen to them. Like, once they're out, I don't listen to them again, except for that one. Just because when I edit them, I have to...
Listen.
I basically listen to the entire thing, but like super slowly, because I go back and forth.
Yeah.
Because I have to...
Edit.
Yeah, but it's just like... I just get so tired of listening to my voice. So I just like, I can't do that. Also, like, I'll like listen to something I'm saying. I'm like, I don't even remember like saying that. And like now I'm scared that like, because I was telling Nouf before this, is that when I went home, because I went home to my somewhat hometown, is my birthplace, but not my hometown in Minneapolis. And I went home to see some family, and my aunt, one of the first things she did was just like, oh, by the way, that podcast is really cool. And I didn't even know my aunt like like had Spotify. So I was just really like, I don't know, that's just like really weird because I'm like, well, what did I say on the podcast? Because I don't even remember what I talk about. So it's just like you're scared that one day you're gonna say something.
No, already the first episode is
what?
Like starts off with cursing. Are we gonna curse? And then I say like an extended long F word.
And then you didn't even know where Kuwait is.
Yeah, that was really embarrassing. I had it like that was not me first episode. Whatever you guys heard on the first episode was tragic. So please. I mean, I feel like it either gets consecutively worse or
Okay, quickly, what countries are around Kuwait?
Saudi and Iraq. So
okay.
Saudiya. And
you've rehearsed that many times.
No, I haven't. I just know. Marco, don't look at me like that, asshole. Anyway, what have you been up to this month? And are you excited for November?
November's always been my favorite month.
You said that
I'm just a really like basic bitch for the fall.
Yeah.
And like the trees changing colors and like coffee and like the pumpkins. I'm really basic in that way, so.
Yeah.
No, I've actually never tried that. I think I tried a sip once from my sister's drink, but I don't know if I would stoop down that low.
Whoa.
No, I'm just kidding.
He just came for all the fall bitches.
All the what?
Fall bitches. Like people who drink.
Hey, we don't curse on this. Anyways. Fuck. So as I was saying, my October's been pretty busy. I feel like, actually, you know what? It's like busy, but not really, because it's like I don't go to school, so it's just weird to call myself busy. But I'm just kind of like,
Bro, you have a job. What are you
chilling.
talking about?
I got a job at a crepe place.
We
so
still
I
have
make
yet to
crepes.
eat there. I want to try your crepes.
I don't know, man. I have some
Work.
yesterday. I don't know if I should. Who cares? So, I'm not gonna say the name of the place, but basically, I was refilling the strawberries, and I dropped the container with all the newly cut strawberries that I had just cut, and like half of them fell on the floor. Right?
Don't.
Automatically, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna throw them away. I start throwing them away, and my coworker goes, "What are you doing? Just wash them." And I go, "They fell on the ground." She's like, "Yeah, just wash them." And I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna go make sure that this is okay. So I went to my manager, who is in the other side of the kitchen or whatever, and I'm like, "Hey, these dropped on the floor. I throw them away, right?" That's literally what I said. He goes, "What? No, wash them."
What the fuck?
And after that, I'm like, fuck. Like, what do I do in the situation? Like, I don't want to get fired, but I also don't like. So what I did was I did throw half of them away, but then I kept the other and I washed them thoroughly and I put them back in the container. And after that, I'm like, fuck, I can't take anyone here because who knows how many fruits they've dropped or who knows whatever like stuff they do in the kitchen. So yeah, I don't know if you guys want to eat there anymore.
I
don't
hate
recommend it.
American food industry. I hate it so much.
Oh, and I remember. Okay, wait. So actually, yes, this happened yesterday too. I was refilling the raspberries.
I'm gonna kill myself.
And I was refilling the raspberries, and I was. You're not supposed. To, okay, so I was. There's like two sections of like the crepe place, like because we make them in front of the customers, right? We like, but they see all the they see the cool parts, right? Where you put the icing and. You put like the fruits, you cut the fruits, you do it like so it looks nice. But in the back is where you like wash dishes, you cut the fruit. It's where all the
magic happens.
Where all the magic happens.
All the disgusting ass shit.
So
happens.
usually the rule is you're supposed to refill fruits in the back. Because like what happened yesterday when I dropped the strawberries, I guess that's why they say do it in the back so the customers don't see. But what happened with the raspberries is I was just refilling them, taking them out. What you do is I took a container of fresh raspberries from the fridge, and then I put them under the sink. I washed them, I rinsed them, and then I put them in the container up in the front where they're out for display. But the same coworker that told me to wash the strawberries was like, "Oh no, you refill fruits in the back," because sometimes we don't wash the fruits and we don't want the customers seeing that because then they'll complain. And I'm like, there's a simple solution to all of this. You could just wash the fruits.
Dude, yeah.
Like, what do you mean? You don't wash the raspberries? You guys are that lazy that you can't spend like 5 extra seconds just washing the fruit before you put it in the new container?
It's a good thing you told me this. Because I've never...
No, yeah, I like...
Yeah,
like
I'm
now...
never coming to you.
Because...
Yeah.
No,
they don't know the
also,
name of
I
the
didn't
place.
even mention the name.
Yeah,
so
don't.
They're not going to know.
But I think at some point, if you slip up and mention you're done for, don't say anything. Yeah, don't even. But this is why I do not, especially fast food. Oh my god, I saw this TikTok the other day of this girl that works at Taco Bell. The beef is in a bag. It's a brown bag with beef in a plastic brown bag. And they heat the plastic.
I have so much more to say about this place.
No. Everyone, I forgot who it's by. Read the book Fast Food Nation. I was assigned this book in my AP line class. And ever since I've read that book, it's not even about like the places themselves. Like I think it reaches that at some point. But the chapter that I was reading, just how they deal with meat. Yeah. I read that chapter 8. I don't forget it.
Just think about how
that. No. Like how they, number one, how they treat the animals. Like, I'm not vegan or anything. I'm not vegetarian even, but still, like, you don't treat animals like that. I don't have to be vegan to say that. Like, oh god, it's the hormones they put in it just to like keep it from being scared and releasing all this other hormones that goes in beef, and then they like how they kill it and they scare it before they kill it, so it's terrified or it's sterilized or it's tranquilized, and then they like put it in a slaughterhouse and there's blood on the floor, and then people's blood gets mixed in with that blood because they get. There's even stories in that book of people who like lost limbs and shit working in a like slaughterhouse, And it's so sad because that's like, they had no, like, they were also probably legal immigrants, and there were a lot of people that just had no other option but to work in a slaughterhouse. But it was so, like, I can't have fast, like, I can't eat. This is why I can't eat out here. I can't eat out here. It gives me so much anxiety to think about because it's so unhygienic. Like, oh god, I can't.
I wish, there was some more gnarly stuff that we've done. Like, what?
I'm going to turn my coffee machine on. That was too loud. Take like 30 seconds.
Okay, we can just cut from
That's
after
fine.
what I talked.
You can do it right now.
Yeah. Good. That stressed me out to even think about hygiene.
Not like the second that happened, I'm like, fuck, I can't take any here anymore.
Unless there's no fruits and it's just.
Unless
how
like
about
I'm
if
the
it's
one.
just the crepe?
If you, because I can cut the fruits myself. Like if I was making one for myself, I can do it for myself. But
are the toppings? Wait, if I'm not putting fruits, then would the other toppings be clean? What other toppings?
No, okay. So it depends what you're getting because they're like sweet crepes and then they're savory crepes. So the sweet ones have like custard, whipped cream. You can put stuff like that. Oh, there's like a matcha custard cream that I haven't tried, but it looks really good. And then there's like chocolate truffles that we make like from scratch. There's
those would be clean, right?
I had one yesterday actually because it like I put too many and I was gonna put it back in the container. No, I was gonna put it back in the container, but there was like some chocolate custard on it, and like that's not okay. It's like kind of unsanitary. So I was gonna throw it away, but I was like, or I could just eat it. I could try it. So I went in the back because they're super like strict about that stuff that you're not allowed to eat, even though the manager eats in the fucking kitchen all the time. But I guess the employees aren't allowed to. So I like just threw it in my mouth, and dude, it was so good.
Really?
Yeah.
Fuck.
And the cool part is like I'm making all these things. Like I make the chocolate truffles, but I never get to try any of it. So it's good.
Okay, we can restart from where. That's not about the food industry.
The gross part also is like at the place I work at least, most of the employees are high schoolers. So like think about how high school students are like with their disgusting
garbage. Yeah.
Also, like we do handle a lot of meats, and I just want to tell more stories, but I don't know if it's too much. Like yesterday, this delivery guy, because what happens is they have delivery people come in through the kitchen and they'll like drop off the fruits or the meats or whatever. So yesterday we had a delivery of salmon, and this guy put this box of salmon. He saw that one counter was completely full, and then we have another table like where we take breaks or we just sit and eat or whatever, and that was filled with fruits already. So he had nowhere else to put the salmon, and he was like running out of time. He was just like, oh, where do I put this? Guess where he put it? On top of the trash bin. So it was in a box and everything, but like I don't know, there's just like things like that just like irk me. Like, dude, you couldn't put it you couldn't like get my attention and I'll put it somewhere else. But he just comes in, 2 seconds, looks around, he sees it's full, and he just puts it on top of the trash can. And I'm like, dude, like, because it's like this long rectangle that like he just places on top.
They really don't care what you put.
And I'm like,
what you put in your body in this country.
And I'm like, especially like fish and chicken is so easy to get infected.
No,
easy.
Especially. Can you
leave him alone?
It frustrates me. Anyway, my point is, it's disgusting.
I mean, I still like fast food.
I can't.
But it is
only in Kuwait.
I just try not to think about it.
In Kuwait, because they have like, and it's like in Islam generally, there's a way you kill an animal, like so that it's not stressed out. Also, so that it's hygienic. Like hygiene is a big part of Islam as well. So like you can't like that's not okay to do with food. And also like it's a disgrace to like God's creation technically in a way. So you can't like like wasting food or treating like having food be unhygienic or that stuff is important. So when I eat in Kuwait, obviously like I've grown up on that food and I know it's like I trust it a lot. But I mean here it doesn't have to be religious to be clean, but like they don't care. Like FDA, I guess, whatever you call it. Doesn't care. It's gross. That's why I can't.
And the scary part is that there's only like 5 companies that control like all the meat
Yeah,
companies.
they're just
Like Tyson is like
conglomerate.
the biggest one, and Tyson owns like what is it, like at least like 60% of all
Tyson?
like, the meat. Have you heard of it?
no.
They own like a lot of the packaged meats, like packaged chicken that goes to all the grocery stores. Like on the West Coast, it's like Safeway. Midwest. In Texas, it's HEB. A lot of the packaged meats.
What's the Kirkland?
Are you asking if I don't
I'm
know?
just saying that's another one of those companies,
Yeah,
like where the label is on like everything.
it's
I don't know. They might be owned by Tyson.
they own so many. Yeah, they own Jimmy Dean, Hillshire Farms. I mean, they own so many. There's a whole list here, but I'm not gonna read them all. It's scary. And
Yeah.
the thing is, the FDA like rarely inspects like the slaughterhouses and stuff. I saw a documentary about it once, and it just made me want to barf. How they treat the cows, how some cows are raised
I
in
know.
like this tiny little rectangle.
I read
space,
about it.
and they're not allowed to move anywhere.
I know.
It's so, and then they just like, they're just so like you wonder what their lives are like. They're just in that corner, and then when it's time to die, they just shoot them in the head or something. And it's so.
No, they
fucked.
go through machines, and that's
That's
fucking-
that's even there's
that's
so many
even
ways
worse.
of killing them. It's-
and then you wonder like the sterilization of those machines. It's probably just water, like hot
their
water.
entire lives, they're fed all this like crappy food,
Yeah.
corn, and they're given all these hormones.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I was gonna say
But-
something.
I don't know, because also you were mentioning how where in Kuwait?
Mm-hmm.
Bye, Marco.
Be back in
All right.
See ya.
In Mexico, every time we would go, my siblings would always get food poisoning. Like every single time we'd go, it was like they were prepared to throw up. Every single time I went to Mexico, after like the first night, they would throw up because the meats were just so raw. Like they were so like they didn't have any hormones. It was straight up like cows that these people raised themselves, or like straight from the ranch meat. You know what I mean? Like fresh meat.
Mm-hmm.
So that just shows like how we're so protected from like raw meat here. Like we're just so like used to, our bodies are so used to all these hormones and preservatives being put in our foods that the second we go to like Mexico to like some like random taco shop outside the city, where like the meat that's being served to you was like an animal that was alive like 48 hours before that.
As it should be.
As it should be, because that's the natural way.
Yeah.
That's what it's supposed to do. Where like the animals actually had a life, where they actually like
Had room.
lived
to
in
exist.
like actual land and stuff. And then so I remember like we would have to get certain shots and stuff. I have never gotten food poisoning, but I think that's just because I think I just have like a stronger immune system or whatever.
Like your
'Cause I just
digestive
don't
system
throw up.
handles a lot.
I think so. I
Yeah.
mean, you know that about I just don't. Throw
Yeah,
up
I know
ever.
you don't. You really don't. I can't relate.
But-
But yeah, no.
Yeah.
Kuwait, I actually can't. I don't think I'm credible enough to speak on the meat there, but I just know it's a lot cleaner because the rules for food are very different, and it being an Islamic country, like having a lot of its rules and regulations be like a theocracy, like kind of following a lot of Islamic, I don't know, like aspects.
Yeah.
Hygiene is a big thing, like through and through. Like just Arabs generally, like even just for your own self, like smell clean, like be clean. You have to always like just be clean. Being clean is a way of like representing you, no matter what. Like you don't have to like it doesn't. I don't know. It's just it's a big thing. It's a really big thing. So I'm sure the food, and always food places open like every 2 seconds, and there's so many food places in Kuwait. That's why I can speak so much for the food.
You make it. I want to go to Kuwait so bad now.
You
Like I never even thought about Kuwait. Like, but now I actually want to go.
yeah, no, but yeah.
You know, I
should-
might go for the World Cup to Qatar.
Really?
Yeah, I might go with my family next year with my dad.
Oh my god, the World Cup's next year. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
2022.
No, I also want to go
Qatar.
because it's in Qatar, which is like near literally my home.
I've been wanting to go for so long, and I think my mom My mom said she would do it for my dad's birthday, someone's birthday. But
Yeah.
good. I think either she already got the tickets or she's ready to get. I don't know. Something's happening. But I might go to Qatar next year.
Yeah.
Which that'll be my first time in like the Middle East.
That's crazy.
So
pull up Kuwait, man. Pull up.
I'd way rather go to Kuwait than Qatar. I don't know. I just feel like
Qatar is really modernized really fast, and it's definitely slave labor. Like they've definitely exploited a lot of.
In Qatar?
Yes, and also in Dubai, and
don't
also
they
in
have. Well, never mind. I don't know.
what?
Because I think they have FIFA came out with some like rules or something if you do go to the game in Qatar, like clothing wise or something.
Maybe.
But I think it's different for tourists than.
No, for
residents,
tourists,
obviously.
definitely. I don't know about that, honestly. I haven't heard about that. But, no, I'm just saying they've definitely exploited a lot of laborers. And they do that a lot in the Middle East. I'm not gonna, like, it is a big issue.
Yeah.
They do it in Kuwait too, but I don't think as much with, I wouldn't know. I don't know. I don't want to say stuff that I'm not very sure about because that's not fair, but. Anyway, yeah, that's why it was built so fast. Like, if you see Qatar like a few years ago or a couple of years ago compared to now, it's abnormally like construction is abnormally like like buildings you haven't seen, which should
Yeah.
take longer than that if you would correct like labor rights, but there is no labor rights. Like, it's really bad. What's it called?
It's kind of like. It's kind of. I was gonna say something about that. Well, I just don't want to get too political. Never mind. Because I feel like I don't know enough. I'm just kind of like ranting if I talk about politics. Like when I love talking about how people are always like hypocrites whenever they preach like socialist ideas, which I think socialism has. It's like really, it can work really well if it's implemented correctly.
But it's not realistic.
But there comes a point where it is a little unrealistic, and I feel like some people actually don't actually want that, but they think they do. But I just feel like I'm not articulate enough or like politically like
Aware?
yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. I feel the same. I
I
feel
mean,
like there's a lot of topics I would want to talk about. I just don't, I know I don't know everything about it, so I don't want to speak out of my ass. And then,
I mean, fuck it, I'll talk about it.
what?
I just like, don't you feel like some people, they don't actually know what these terms actually mean?
No, of course they
or
don't.
how they actually
Of course they don't.
function. Like,
Unless
they just hear it and it sounds cool, but it's like, it'll be like that conversation. Like, I just have this image in my mind of like, these like rich college kids that go to a private university are like, oh my gosh, yeah, I love socialism. And then they go to Starbucks.
Yeah.
They're literally having that conversation at a Starbucks.
Yeah.
Drinking their Starbucks drinks. It's like, do you realize that everything in your life, all the privileges you have to be in that Starbucks, for Starbucks to even exist, for you to be there having that conversation, that intelligent conversation, for you to be that articulate and educated, all comes from capitalism.
Yeah.
You are a living hypocrite and you're like benefiting from it and you're using it to your own advantage. And you're talking about how you don't like capitalism. And I'm not saying capitalism is the best or capitalism is better than socialism. I think that is very black and white. If you live your world like that, where it's like one or the other, it's very ignorant and stupid if you think about it like that. You got to think about it in a way that you need both to have a functioning society.
Yeah. That's very true.
I'm just so sick of this whole like...
No, I know. I feel
like
that.
Jeff Bezos type of vibe. It's like, dude,
yeah, like
if anyone, hate your own government, not some random rich dude.
literally,
Like what?
Like, don't. I don't know.
Especially when they go off to use Amazon.com.
Yeah, that's what I'm
it's
saying. Like you really care about that, or
guess what? Amazon has a product called Amazon Web Services, AWS, and they host the majority of the websites online. So even if you go to whatever.com, it's probably hosted on AWS. So anytime you go on that person's website, it could be like, let's say my personal portfolio hosted by AWS. I pay like $3 a year for it to be hosted. So if you go on my website, you just gave Amazon some money. So it actually is funny the way that works, because it's kind of like,
no escaping.
no matter where you go, you're not escaping. And also like, don't kid yourself. Don't try to sound too like woke or whatever. It's like
don't be
be real, be self-aware about what you're doing.
Like you can still believe what you believe, but don't kid yourself and be like, yeah, like I'm so against it, like everything I do is against capitalism and I fuck capitalism.
Dude,
and
I love it when you use that voice. I don't even know what that.
It's my American voice.
You're like cool. That's your.
Oh, are you talking about my Valley girl?
What's your Valley girl?
My Valley girl voice is like this, and it's more so like, fuck, it's so annoying. I hate doing that. It's so annoying. I'd rather have my weird accent when I speak, because it's not a harsh accent, but it's still there. You know what I mean?
I get what you mean.
I think everyone's picked up on it that I met here for the first time.
Say that's fire in your Valley girl accent.
That's fire.
That was so good.
I know. Honestly, I really want to do voice acting. I honestly really love.
Yeah, that'd be so good.
I would love to do that. If someone gave me a role right now and said, "Here, come do voice acting," I would drop everything and take it. Everything.
Voice acting must be so cool.
It's so fun.
I mean, yeah,
it's so fun, man. That's why I want to start my own cartoon one day. Like, I want to be able to act on it, produce it. Too many dreams.
Dude, animation sounds so hard, though.
It is, but from what Abby told us last time, like you have to.
Imagine matching the because you have to match the voice with the thing, and you have to.
I mean, I don't think because they don't go into at least, and a lot like, well, Rick and Morty does, but like in anime they don't line up the mouth with the words, but it still looks real. So they don't really have to focus on that, but you just have to like. I don't know. It's still difficult as hell. Not saying it's not, but like, you know, I don't know. It's just crazy.
I get so impatient. I can't do that.
Yeah, and they have whole teams though to do each thing, so that's why like
they do.
But that's if you have a big production company, I guess.
There's one production company called Light and Magic.
Light and Magic.
Yeah, they do all of the special effects for all the adventure movies.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah, so they're like one of the most like wanted production companies, animation production companies, because they do. It's like not like 2D animation. It's like CGI and like you know like the Avengers. They did all the Iron Man movies. They did all the. I think they helped with the Star Wars movies. So they're like the most wanted. But when I was younger, I wanted to work for Light and Magic.
Animator.
Yeah, but I've had a lot of phases in my life. I feel like everyone.
Yeah,
had, like,
I was just talking about how I wanted to be an actress more so than anything when I was in middle school. Like that was my dream.
Why? I don't see the appeal in acting, to be honest.
I don't know. It's very. I feel like when I was younger, I don't think I understood why I liked it. But now that I grow older and I see movies and I watch things again, and I'm like, oh, their acting's really good. I'm like, but okay. What honestly got me thinking about it again was Squid Games, because.
Games.
Is it Squid Games or Squid
Game? Oh, Squid Games. No, Squid Game. Just
singular. Anyway, I watched that this weekend. I like binge watched it, and then this I forget the actress's name, and I like feel like ass that I do because
actresses.
This one specific actress, the one that got really famous really quick, and I don't know her name, and I feel like I would mispronounce her name if I knew it, honestly. So, anyway. One of the actresses on that show did so well, and there was even a clip of her like after this one shot where she was crying, and she continued to cry like she was so in her character. It was her first time because she's a model, but like it's her first time acting, and she.
Oh what?
It was her first time acting, and she did so well. So I was thinking like how she got to that point, and I was watching behind the scenes, and apparently the chemistry she had with the other actress that she did that scene with. Like they had really good chemistry, and so like, and the scene was really intense. I remember what it was about. I don't want to spoil anything for anyone who hasn't, but
that was such a good scene.
It was such a good scene, and it was so like, and like she's like, I had such good chemistry. Like we still talk and we're still friends. So I think like just the emotional like position you put yourself in. I think that's what intrigued me about acting is that.
Oh, I see what you mean.
It's just like how you take yourself on these emotions. I think. It's all a matter of having that skill of tapping into what triggers those things. And I think that's incredible. I think actors who do their job well, I don't know, now I see the appeal. Like now I get it.
Yeah.
And I would so like, if it was more realistic or if I don't know. I would love to do acting as well. I wouldn't mind it. I mean, it's not something I'm gonna actively try to pursue, but if it ever came across, I don't know. I really see the appeal now. And voice acting, especially just because voice acting takes skill and also like range. And it just makes me so happy to see like someone's voice take an animation, just a bunch of lines on a screen, to the next level entirely. And
yeah, it's pretty cool.
That's why, yeah, I'm going on a whole tangent, but anime is the biggest reason why it's so good is because the voice actors are crazy dedicated. They're so good.
I don't like anime.
I know you don't. But, for anyone who does, I bet we can all agree that voice acting is insane. They're so good. They're so good. Most animes. I mean, I haven't seen one that's failed me voice acting wise, but anyway, I'm just going on a...
They've all failed me, so.
Okay, that's really sad. Anyways, I just went on a whole tangent. I'm sorry.
My favorite American animation is Finding Nemo. Every time my little brother tells me, he's like, have you heard of this anime or whatever? I'll be like, have you heard of Lilo and Stitch?
Haha.
Okay, but it's like the same thing. It's animation, isn't it?
No.
And I always make jokes that Disney has way better quality of animation. And then I just love to see people get triggered so much by that statement.
People get triggered?
Yeah, this weekend when I was in Minnesota, my little cousin super into anime.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just making jokes. I'm like, what studio is the best animation in the world? He was telling me how passionate he was about this this anime that he was watching. So I think he thought that I was gonna say an anime studio, and I just go Disney.
You're such
and
a
the poor
dick.
kid was just like, huh?
That's so mean.
People are really protective about anime, so that's why it's funny.
I know
it's
a
fun
lot
for
of
me
people.
to see how
A lot of
triggered they
people
get,
are.
to see their eyes light up about it.
Yeah, I like me right now, 2 seconds ago. Yeah, because but I also get why some people.
Well, you don't get offended when I say that.
No, because
other people do get seriously offended. So.
That's dumb because everyone obviously has different opinions.
Everyone has
that doesn't.
I've
why would you
tried.
get mad?
I really have tried.
What have you? I'm curious. What have you watched?
I watched the one with the
Death
one
Note?
on Netflix, the one that got popular and then
Death
made
Note.
a movie.
Death Note. Oh
No.
wait, no. They made a movie?
Yeah, it's
Demon Slayer?
What? Demon Slayer.
Don't
I watched
start
that
with
show. I watched all the Studio Ghibli, the popular ones.
Ghibli?
Ghibli, Studio Ghibli. I watched the Totoro one. I watched the.
Have you watched Howl's Moving Castle? It's the most. No. Oh wait, they don't have it on Netflix.
No, but
here.
see, now that I've watched so many, it's now I just none of them impress. You know what?
Don't watch movies.
Okay, I'll tell you. There was one that I've always loved because it's really nostalgic for me because I liked it when I was younger. The one with the girl that becomes a fish or something.
Ponyo?
Ponyo. That one. Every time I don't know, because when I was younger, I used to I was in love with that.
Me too. It's
and
my
I had
childhood.
dreams about it and
I love Ponyo. It's such feel good.
Yeah, it's
I love it. I don't know, that one also for some reason I don't think it's just you, but me. I don't know.
People.
Yeah, a lot of people always mention Ponyo about it being a feel good, warm heart. That one and Spirited Away. Have you watched Spirited Away?
I did watch.
Did
that
you
one was
like it?
pretty good. I'll admit that one was good.
Yeah, I just
those two are the only ones that I would watch again.
Yeah, I think. Wait, is Demon Slayer the only TV show anime you watched?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't have started with that because I started with the best ones that came out, which are the most famous one is Death Note, and then there's Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. I don't know if it's that as famous, but
I think it's just animation that I'm just not into.
Wait, what? Sorry, I don't understand yourself.
Animation, watching animation.
Oh, you're just not into watching.
I think it
Oh,
just turns
okay.
me off.
Oh, okay. Yeah, fair. A lot of people don't.
I really do try. I have tried with anime. I just can't. It's Disney movies now. Every now and then, someone would be like, "Oh, let's just watch it just for fun," and then I'll try. It's just just not.
Seriously?
The same. Yeah, I just feel weird watching. I feel like I'm not. It's just I don't know. I don't know what it is. I just don't. I just get bored really quick.
That's really interesting because that's me with live action stuff. I get bored really quick unless
Okay,
it's really good.
to be fair though, I don't have very good like. I have like little moments where I want to watch something that's like deep and meaningful, but most of the time I just want to watch like cheesy rom-coms. Like I've told you this.
Yeah.
So like I wouldn't trust my taste. You know what I mean?
Fair.
Like my dream is to like make really deep like dramatic movies.
Seriously?
Yeah, but if I'm being honest, what I watch the most of the time is like those like rom-coms that everyone skips on Netflix.
Well, what you create and what you consume, like.
Well, because they're feel-good movies. Like whenever I always have like background noise, which probably isn't healthy, but I always need like
No, when you
background
eat,
noise.
me too.
Yeah, so whenever it's not, I just get annoyed at music a lot because like
Who eats and listens to music?
I listen to music 24/7.
Yeah, no.
On the subway, at
Same.
the gym, when I'm working, when I'm even when I'm trying to sleep. Like, dude, it's just too much.
I know.
I get exhausted of it. Even in the shower, like it's just too much. So when I get bored of music, I watch a movie, and I'm not gonna watch like Moonlight.
Yeah.
When I'm chilling, you know what I mean? Like that's a really heavy movie.
You don't wanna.
So I'll like put on like some cheesy Adam Sandler movie because like that's just like Grown Ups. I'll put on Grown Ups because it's like a funny movie. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah.
Because they're so easy to digest, and if you're missing some of the movie, that's okay. Because it's more about the jokes than about the plot. The plots are never good.
Yeah,
right. They're so like predictable.
It's just entertainment. It's quick.
It's quick entertainment. It's like fast food.
Yeah.
So
That's
I wouldn't trust like my taste too much.
No, I know, but I also feel you. Like I watch a lot of like high school like drama, like that's my rom-com like entertainment. Like that's what that is for you. Like high school drama shows, like Teen Wolf, like those T stuff. Well, that's Teen Wolf, but like it's not that amazing. Like
What
it's
about
not
Riverdale?
Not Riverdale.
Yeah.
Anything but Riverdale. No, but even like, oh my god, stop. But this is also animation. But like old Barbie movies, I like they're just I don't know, Mermaidia, Fairytopia. If you guys know that stuff, like, oh my god, Barbie. I didn't.
What was the theme song? They had a theme song.
Oh my god, Lizzie McGuire too. Sorry. Which theme song?
The Barbie show.
Dreamhouse?
They had a theme song, didn't they?
I don't know it. I don't know Dreamhouse one. I just know the Fairytopia.
It's whatever.
Anyway, for me that's like also Elite, the Spanish show. Elite is
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Elite is a Spanish like high school show, and it's about like it's basically like a murder mystery but for high schoolers.
I like what's the deal with that trend right now?
What, murder mysteries?
Murder mysteries, but they're always like in high school. Have you noticed that?
I think. Wait.
Like 13 Reasons Why or like Riverdale, like they kind of all is.
Oh,
the
I
same,
completely
like,
forgot about Riverdale, but
there's like a murder in the town and like the
but
cops
13
are
Reasons
too
Why is
lazy.
suicide.
I guess. But don't they have it? No, there's one point where
I haven't
someone
watched
dies.
past season 1. I got bored. I was like, nah.
13 Reasons Why?
Yeah, I was like, nah, I hate this shit. It's because I
Hey,
don't
there were
know.
some emotional parts in that movie, in that show.
No, I watched still season 2, and the way season 2 ended, I remember right now. Okay.
I remember I was like the guy Tony, because he was like
Let's
the
not.
Latino guy, and he had like a cool Mustang. And
Oh
he was
my
a
God.
boxer. I don't know. He was just like everything I wanted. I don't know. He always wore like his cool leather jacket.
I remember him so much.
He was always like my favorite character. He was
Really?
so cool, yeah. Because he was
Loki-
always like the chillest guy.
Yeah, he was unproblematic.
He had this really cool tattoo behind his ear, and he had a Mustang, and he was a boxer. Like, come on. He was like he was like the chill guy, but he was also like, he had his little like moments where he would just be like super pissed off. Like he had his little hothead moments.
Right, I high-key don't remember shit about this show, so.
Okay, well.
I just remember, I don't even know how Tony looks like. I just know that he was a character there. I just forgot entirely.
I just remember he was like my favorite character.
Hannah Baker is my favorite.
I do not like her. Whatever, let's stop talking about the show. The show's
Yeah, I
bad
hate
anyway.
that show. Come on. We were talking about having phases with things, which I think is interesting. That was way long ago.
Yeah.
That
I
just
feel
stuck
like
to me.
we've had like 10 different conversations in this week.
After that.
We should change this podcast name to like the ADHD something.
Yeah. ADHD doesn't exist. Unpopular opinion.
I think everyone has ADHD.
Yeah, because it doesn't exist. It's not an actual, it's just literally, I just think a lot of this is really unpopular opinion. Everyone's gonna come from you, but no mental illness really exists. It's all trauma response, except for stuff that, like schizophrenia, like shit that is biological, that is.
What about like depression?
Trauma response.
You can have chemical imbalances.
Yeah, but that is
happening.
Yeah, but as you grow up, your brain is so malleable that anything that's happened in your past can affect the chemistry of your brain. It really is like that. Like,
that's true.
So your like amygdala, for example, that controls fear, it's a part of your brain. That your hippocampus, where your memories are stored, that stuff shrinks when it's stressed out. So when you're younger and that shrinks, and like think about it, your whole brain is consistently shifting as you grow up until you reach a certain age, right?
Yeah.
So everything that you learn as a child is a habit now, and the chemical imbalance, like depression, also a trauma response. And again, we talked about this before, but trauma necessarily isn't anything that is like big. Like it could have been any experience. Someone yelled too loud at you. Someone. Like, it doesn't have to be something
like
that is so big.
Yeah,
like accidents or like that's what I mean. So honestly, everything I feel like is a trauma response, except for like, because it's cause and effect. Like you feel that way because it's happened in your past. You're not just like that and then things happen. Like that's how your brain works. But shit like schizophrenia, for example, or I forgot the term, but like mental illness is where you have it's physically attached, like it's physical. Some people have like a limb disorder where they like ghost limb, like that's a thing.
That's terrifying.
It's really scary. But not to say that these people, again, completely get rid of the stigma that these people are scary or anything, but the experience is obviously difficult for those people. But anyway, stuff like that they're born with, and they, for example, if you're schizophrenic, have oral and visual hallucination. That's something that happens, and then you have, the experience with it. No one made you give that. No, that you can't. Like, it's genetic, basically. It's biological. So therefore, it's a different kind of thing, and you need medication to actually help that. But I don't believe in medication for stuff like depression, anxiety. That therapy also changes your brain, and
This is controversial.
It is, because
I think everything you said was pretty on point. I don't know about the medication part because I don't think I know enough, but I might have to disagree with you on that.
I think America
some
feeds.
People might need it.
I think America just wants money, and honestly, I'm gonna tell you something. I was diagnosed ADHD and given a prescription for.
No, that's stupid.
No, a prescription for Adderall. Within 20 minutes.
Yeah, no, fuck that.
I'm telling you, no, that's what I'm saying.
No, ADHD,
medication, and for depression, but I don't believe in it because literally after a couple of months of therapy, and I'm in a lot better place without medication, even though my therapist had suggested it a couple of times, which I understand, but like I also don't think anyone needs medication. You can do way better without it as long as you change your lifestyle physically and mentally. That's important. And if you don't, like, if you still do all that and you're still struggling, there's something you're missing. And I know this is controversial, but I only think it's controversial because we're so used to giving ourselves excuses and hiding behind illnesses, which sounds insensitive, but as someone who goes through a lot of stuff mentally, I can vouch and say that nothing will change for you unless you actually want to change. And if you keep giving yourself excuses, nothing's going to change for you. So
that's true.
That sounds really insensitive, but
I just don't know enough to. I agree with you about I don't know about the medication part because I know that I just know some people where they just have it so bad. But I can see what you're saying about like if you that should be your last resort.
Yeah, it should be your last resort, and it shouldn't be your solution. It should be a helping thing. Like if you take medication,
that's true. You shouldn't rely on it.
Don't rely on it.
It should just like push you.
It should just calm you down, but think about how you could go about it differently. And that's what I think. That's just my opinion.
Yeah.
Again, obviously, not everyone's gonna agree with me.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't. The whole ADHD thing, I think, is so stupid to me. I will agree with you 100% on that because that's something I can like talk about. How I just
also no way everyone is diagnosed with the same mental illness.
Yeah,
like, it's just
it's called being a human.
Literally
in this century.
Like, it's just
with the screens and like everything. Like there's obviously obviously that's the reason why everyone has.
No, literally.
Yeah.
It's how we're raised, that we're programmed this way. Like,
dude, we're so used to instant gratification.
That's why we can't focus.
Checking our phone every day. You don't think that makes us crazy after years?
After years. Kids have phones and when they're 5th grade, 4th grade, still developing. Like, please.
No, it's gonna be worse for like the kids that are just being born now.
I know.
Or like my little brother that has like the second he was born, like there were already like iPhones,
iPads, everything. Yeah. It's so bad.
Yep.
I mean, it's not. I don't want to be like, oh, younger generation is like so uncool and like so like, oh, they don't know the hard times without technology. Like, I'm not talking like that. I'm saying it's bad because, like, well, it's not bad either. That's a subjective thing to say. It's just crazy and it's mind blowing, yes, but it's not bad because just because they function differently doesn't mean they're worse than us or how we function. But I think they're just never gonna know the beauty or like the experience of like. That's why older movies think about it. Movies are a great example of this because when you watch older movies like 80s and 90s especially, I've noticed, or 70s even. But they take their time with how things are shot or like the progression, the pacing of a film is much longer. I've realized it's good, but it's still much longer. But like now, like,
because it's more realistic.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. But we can like. Some people won't have the attention. Oh, that's boring. Like, how many of my friends I've thought because they're just not into film. Also, like, I get it. Like, I'm not shitting on their taste at all. But like, I've tried to show them a film and be like, like it was so slow. Like it was so boring. And like, okay,
dude,
fair.
With this podcast.
With this,
I'm not gonna call out that person. I mean, you remember though, right? We were having a conversation with a certain someone.
Go on. What was the conversation?
We were just telling them about our podcast. I'm gonna refer to them as them, just so I don't want to like them. I don't want the person to
edit it out. What? Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, we had this friend, and it was right when we dropped the podcast, the first episode. When we dropped it, we launched it and everything, and we were telling this person about it. We were like, celebrating and stuff, and this person was just like, they're like, oh yeah, I just don't listen to podcasts, and then they're like, oh, it's a minute, okay, cool, and we're like, oh no, that's the introduction.
Yeah.
They're like, no, the actual episode is here, and they were like, oh, it's an hour long.
Yeah, they're like, no, I could never.
And then I just saw them like just skipping, like through the entire. I'm like, no, it's a podcast.
It's like you have to, you listen.
To listen to it,
and it's like because it's a podcast and it's. Like, honestly, I don't care if not everyone's listening to every single word we're saying. Like, if you're just, as long as you're like, like, I don't know. I think that's what podcasts are nice. Like, you can tune in and out whenever you want. You can always go back if you miss something. It's like a conversation you can just enjoy at your own pace and not have to, like, keep up with so intensely. That's why they're chill. That's why they're fun to make, too. Like, we just kind of...
It's just a conversation.
It's just a conversation. And it's chill and there's no pressure. It's not like you're in class and you have to hear your lecture and, oh my God, stress. Like... I don't know. That's why I like podcasts. But that's what I mean. Like, no one has the patience. Like, I don't know. I probably sound like a snobby ass artist, but like, I just think there's a beauty in like that pacing and like taking time. Because it's realistic. It feels like real time with you. Like, you feel like in that same dimension as that film or that, I don't know. That's how I see it.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. I just think as more generations pass now, they're not gonna maybe understand that or be able to experience that pleasure.
It's true. That's why I feel like a lot of, maybe it goes even deeper in like how some kids just don't know even how to like talk. Like they just struggle. They just like are just so awkward, or like the things they say just like are just all internet words. You know what I mean?
Yeah, fair.
Maybe that's it. I don't know.
But
I just think the whole ADHD thing is so stupid if you think you need to medicate yourself.
Yeah. I even think medication is stupid, period. Unless it's, I'm telling you again, like shit that like schizophrenic, like you cannot function without your brain shutting up. And I'm using schizophrenia because I don't think I'm educated enough about it. I mean, I feel like I know it, but I can't, not off the top of my head right now. But like schizophrenia is just the one that's off the top of my head that I know is like biological as well as mental. and like you need medication to not,
Yeah.
like that actually helps. But I'm talking like depression, anxiety, like I truly don't I think you can, with your own effort, you can change that in time. And I think medication is really, it's just a way for, again, America to make more money. The drug industry is also another, it's just, they just want money off of you. They don't care about your mental health really. They just want to make money off of you. You're just another source of money
Happy customer.
for them. Yeah, you're just another customer. Happy or sad, honestly, they don't give a shit. But you give them money, so at the end of the day, everyone wins except you.
Yeah.
Really fucked up, but
I just found ways to control my focus.
mm-hmm.
But I just had one of my best friends just tell me like, oh, you need to, like, oh, you should like tell your professor. This is before I went to college.
Yeah.
They were just like, oh, you should she was like, you should like tell your professors ahead of time that you may struggle with focusing in your classes. Or you should start medication. I'm
I
like,
don't do
dude,
that.
what?
No.
What are you saying?
No, deal with it.
The fuck? I spent my entire life working extra hard to focus on my stuff, and like, you want me to tell this person that I may have trouble focusing? You think when you get a job or when you're working with a client,
they're gonna cut you slack?
By the way, can you cut me some slack?
Yeah.
I'm a little like,
no.
I just have trouble. Dude, what?
Yeah, no, speaking of this, not just this generation, but a lot of like, anyway, whoever takes quick gratification from things, you're gonna also take quick gratification from taking the easy way out. That's why we rely on medication. That's why we say, oh, like, please be extra sensitive with me. No, like, for me, at least, I was not raised like that. I was raised with tough love and put up with it and deal with it, because life is not gonna like, that's really sounds tough, but the world goes on without you.
You know how many times I was called stupid when I was younger because I couldn't focus in class? You know how many times like I got bad grades? Like, that's the reason why. Because you know what it was? I didn't get bad grades on like tests and stuff. It's because I didn't turn in homework. Because I couldn't focus on my damn homework. Or I would forget that I had homework. That's the reason why. I was just super unorganized. But over the years, my grades got better because I learned how to control my focus. Because I would just go from one thing to another. And it was just like I couldn't focus on anything. So it's like now I've controlled it. Now if I go one task at a time. It's so much work that I put into myself. So now you're going to tell me that I should tell someone to cut me some slack?
Like, no.
The hell? Or like take medication?
Yeah, no. I don't know. I think we love to use mental illness as a crutch when you can, and instead, like, use it as a crutch and not even try to get better. At least use it as a crutch and then try to get better.
That's the problem. It's like, I'm not, like, people do have issues. It's like, but how hard have you worked to get rid of it? Because we all have issues.
Yeah, everyone's crazy to a degree. Everyone has problems to a degree, just because it's not the same problems as you. But
and I'm not even saying like don't even skip to, well, I can't afford therapy. It's
yeah,
like, dude,
don't.
there are other alternatives.
There are a lot, and it's not to say that
therapy medication should be your last resort.
Yeah.
That's when you've tried everything. When you've. It's like I saw a meme the other day that was like, it was like a picture of like this kid in like his dark bedroom with like the purple neon lights, and he was like in his hoodie and like watching like Netflix, and it's like, and then these people wonder why they're so depressed. It's just like funny because that's like telling. That's like a symbolism of like
you're not doing anything.
The way people live nowadays, like some people's lifestyles are so bad. And then they blame their mental. They're like, "Oh, why am I depressed?" It's like, dude,
you didn't do anything to change it. And it's not to say what you go through isn't hard. Yes, it is. But like, also, step out of your emotion mind for a minute. Step out of your feelings. Think logically. If you sit on your ass and do nothing, and just bitch and complain, think about it. Does anything change, or do you at least try to organize some kind of way which you think, if you look, and especially like, because everything, if you want to blame it on the chemistry in your brain and like down to the biological sense, okay, you can't fix it mentally, physically, there's so much you can do for your body that changes your brain chemistry so much. And this Honestly, for me personally, I will vouch for this more than anything. More so than anything mental. Mental, okay, I can't get myself out of it. Rely on something physical. Okay, exercise. You're too lazy to exercise? Start small. Go on a walk. Go outside. Eat good food. Nourish your body.
Those things are so
There's
important.
so many things you can do. If you literally a reward system mentally, have stuff you need to do and then do it. And trust me, that in itself is dopamine. Like, I'm serious. You want to feel good about yourself? Take care of yourself. Fixing your mental illness is not going to make you feel better about yourself.
I've said, it's like, I know that.
We're about to get so much shit.
Yeah, I know,
because...
but you know what? I don't even, because it's like, dude, I put so much work into myself. I try so hard every day. I try to get enough sun because I know the sun makes me feel better.
Exactly.
I try not to eat too many carbs, too much meat. I always try to mix in fruit, veggies.
Try your best.
Dude, vitamins affect your mood so much. Energy affects. If I eat Wendy's tonight, I know exactly how I'm going to feel tomorrow morning.
Horrible.
I know exactly I'm going to feel bad. Not only like health-wise, I'm going to feel bad about myself. I'm going to see like a little bump in my lower belly, and I'm just gonna feel bad about myself. Dude, everything matters.
No, I'm saying
it's like, and then that's why I get so mad about it, because it's like, how is it that I'm putting all this work into myself, and you're totally ignoring that, and you're like, no, it's all chemicals.
Yeah, it's all chemicals.
Where the fuck do you think
literally
affects the chemicals?
your
lifestyle, everything you eat, the amount of exercise you get, the amount of sun you get, the amount of vitamins,
and it doesn't have to literally It doesn't have to be so big. You don't have to like spend fucking thousands of dollars on therapy or fucking go to a gym membership. Small things. Literally just take care of yourself. Like do things like to the very basic things if you cannot do physically.
The people that I hear complain about this the most are not because I have some friends that cannot afford therapy.
Yeah.
Afford these things.
Me too.
But you know what? They're never the ones that are having these issues. It's usually my friends that are a little more privileged that are having these issues.
It's funny.
And it's like...
Yeah. And if, like, even for those... I don't know. I just don't want to, like, again, I don't want to come off as insensitive because I know a lot of people that struggle mentally. And I don't... This is not my way of saying your struggle is invalid. This is not my way of saying, like, try harder or, like, kill yourself. Because that's...
Or just stop being sad.
Yeah,
it's not like that.
Or just what?
Stop being sad.
Or just stop being sad. That's not my... No, but like, I'm just saying, like, I was there too, and I am there a lot, but I really put a lot of work into myself, and you can do the same thing because you are no less than me, and I'm no more superior than you. We are all in this together. We all deal with our own shit, but it is... Just because the struggle is not exactly the same, doesn't mean there are no ways for you to help yourself. Because I used to be the one that was like, no, it's just my brain, and I was literally saying the same shit. So I was hypocritical. It's like I can be hypocritical because I used to say the same shit. But I realized in time, even without therapy, that just by changing stuff I do for my body helps so much. Like, I can't emphasize this enough, and this became such a preachy like mental health thing, but
well, for me,
it is
more
important.
Of a rant. I just I get so tired of it because it's like by someone complaining about it and saying that it's out of their control. It's for me, it's like I take it as a spit in my own face.
Me too.
It's like you're telling me that you think that I don't deal with shit too. You don't think why I do everything is to avoid feeling anxious all the time. Like I am naturally super anxious. I do have some very sad, dark moments. I do have these feelings.
Of course.
Dude, anytime I get anxious, I completely go into another world. I start derealizing. I feel like I'm in a simulation.
Yeah,
I deal with that stuff so much. So for someone to just be like, "Oh, you don't know what it's like," though. I'm like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. As soon as you say like, yeah, you know how much I go through, like, but I did this and this, and be like, oh, they probably don't have it as bad as me. That, excuse me? You don't know? You don't even know the half of it. You don't, like, and just because you don't bitch about your problems all the time, all of a sudden they don't exist. Like, because you look like you're doing so well, but that's because you put effort. See,
I don't even try to bitch about my problems because it's like...
I can handle myself.
I know exactly why I'm
feeling the way I do because I tried with myself. I didn't just bitch and complain about it. I tried. So now I don't have to bitch and complain because I put effort into figuring myself out, and this is the result.
These past couple weeks, I realized that I overwork myself.
Me too.
So I just took some I've been chilling a little bit.
Yeah, I cut myself slack when it's a lot, which everyone should do for
And
themselves.
I also got to see family, and that just like lifted my mood like 1,000%. And I just feel like better than I've felt in a while. So it's just like
That's
you think
good.
about how things work. It's like I'm starting to eat a little better. I've committed no more dollar pizza, unfortunately.
Last semester things.
I say that. I'm trying, but it's like you have to try things first. Like this, I don't know. And maybe I'm stupid. Maybe I'm not correct, but that's just what's worked for me. Yeah, I don't.
No,
wanna come off as, like,
don't
preachy.
invalidate your experience by saying that. You are not incorrect. You're talking from what you know, and that's very valid in its own sense because you're a human with your experiences, and there are going to be people who listen to you say these things and then be like either agree with you entirely or not at all or somewhat or disagree with you, and that's just everyone speaks based on their own experiences and is valid in their own opinion.
All right, guys. Well, this was a nice episode.
It was a nice episode. I like this episode.
This was nice.
It was a little preachy, and I feel like
I'm sorry if we offended you.
Yeah.
I'm sorry if we came off preachy.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Like that came off. I don't know. I'm thinking back to how I speak. I don't know. I feel like
that's what I do. That's why I can't listen.
Yeah, that's why I feel like I came on really strong. So just take everything I say with a grain of salt. So
also, we're not preachers. We're just people literally talking to
from
each
our own.
other.
I'm literally speaking from my own experience. I'm not saying I'm God and I know everything and this is the way it is. I'm just saying this is what I feel. But obviously, I'm not like the most correct human.
Yeah.
So yeah, just I want to keep that in mind for anyone listening because I know how quickly one can be prejudiced about this stuff and just be quick to judge, but don't always judge so quick because sometimes I think back and I listen back to myself and I'm like, nah, that made no sense. Why did I say that? And the point is that everyone's minds are constantly changing. I think that's what's nice about life is you always change your mind.
Yeah.
Again, being preachy, but it's fine. So.
No, I deal with my own mental stuff. What works for me works for me. So whatever works for you works for you.
Yeah.
The only thing I really would 100% like be strong on is the ADHD stuff. But everything else I don't.
No, I feel that.
I don't know about. So
yeah.
Again, we're just having a conversation. So.
Yeah.
I'm also like a 19-year-old, so
yeah, I would not literally 19.
Like relax.
Just, everyone.
This is for entertainment.
This is entertainment purposes only, solely.
But everything else, we had a good conversation. Hope to see you guys next time, and please follow us on social media. We will be soon. Next episode, we will be shooting video, and which will be posted on YouTube.
Yeah.
And we're both pretty nervous about it, but.
All right.
See you guys next time.
See ya.